there, welcome to another episode of Pour Over Monday, where we're going to talk about pour over coffee, how to do it, the techniques. We're going to try out a bunch of different coffee. If this is your first time watching this, it looks like this, and I'm in clothes that are just normal, because this is a pour over coffee show for regular people who just live in regular homes and who don't live in a Starbucks store. So let's check out what coffee we're trying today. You see that? I don't know if you could really see that. We got one of my favorites, Kean coffee. But today we're going to the Congo. Congo, I can't even say the second word, but I'm gonna write it here on the video. But we got Congo medium roast. That's all it really says on here. That kind of really holds significance to me. It doesn't matter because I just want to know how it tastes. Kean coffee is one of my favorite coffees. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. So let's see how this tastes. It's kind of a mess here because my daughter, she made dinner last night. I don't want to mess anything up for those who have 3-year-old daughters. This is really her kitchen. So let's get our gear. Now, I don't normally do this, but because the bag is pretty much down to its end, I'm gonna use all the beans here. So let's see how much this is. This might be a lot. Might not be a bad amount. Now, because we have so much coffee, usually I would do a little bit more of a high medium grind, which is right about here. But because we have so much coffee, I'm gonna do a little bit down here. I don't know if you guys can see that dot. It's a little bit closer to coarse. It's still medium. And the reason why we're gonna do that is because we want a pour over to last around 2.5 minutes. And so the more coffee you use, the more coarse your grind should be, so the water can flow through it at a pace that allows us to go to about 2.5 minutes. So I might even do a little bit right here. Let's grind. All right, gonna warm up the water. Water's ready. All right, let's warm the dripper. We're cleaning the filter and warming the dripper. We said, let's pour. And you get a nice even pour. Get all that coffee in there. I'm gonna give it a nice swoosh here. I started doing this a couple months ago. There's so much coffee in there that even as I was swooshing, it didn't really do that much. Oh, this is a lot of coffee. Now this is a huge cup of coffee. 30 grams of coffee is a pretty large cup. Most places, when they do pour over, they give you about 10 or 12 ounces. They usually use about 20 or 25 grams. I've been to a couple places where they use more and they actually give you pour overs this size. This is not really the norm. The tricky thing here is going to be really trying to taste the coffee versus how strong the coffee is. Sometimes the coffee might taste strong and it might make you think that the body is like really full, a full body coffee, but that might not be the case. It just might be a strong cup of coffee. So let's taste this. Let's see how this tastes. The aroma is great. Maybe it's so good because there's so much coffee in here. It's really strong. I'm gonna put this cup down. The cup is heavy. I can still taste the coffee, but it's hard to differentiate the actual flavor of the coffee and the strength of the coffee. I know, for those of you coffee experts out there, I'm an amateur. It's really hard for me to do that. I believe that Congo is more of a medium body coffee. The aroma is great. I smell cinnamon. I don't know if others smell. I smell cinnamon, that's what I smell. But I feel like it's more of a medium body coffee. The finish is not too strong, not too light. The finish is okay. So you get some of those flavors coming out in that finish. And so I enjoy the finish. I prefer a stronger finish, but this is not that bad. Now, when I first got Congo, I've never had it before, but I'm telling you, the moment I tasted it, I said to myself, this is good coffee. I've tried a lot of different kinds of Kean coffee. Kean, Mexico and Kean, Kenya are among my favorites, but this Congo has also jumped up into my top favorites of Kean coffee. I've never tried Congo from anywhere else, but this Congo is great. It's gonna be in my rotation of my top 3. I usually try to cycle through Mexico, Kenya, and now Congo is gonna be there because, again, those are my favorites from Kean. Try out Congo from Kean Coffee. Tell me what you think. Here's the question of the day. When you do your own pour over, what grind do you use? Or does the grind depend on the different origins of coffee that you're using? Answer that question down below. Let me also know what kind of coffee you enjoy, what are some of your favorites, and what kind of coffee do you want me to try next? Thanks for watching another episode of Pour Over Monday. Enjoy your coffee.